Hi guys! Okay, so I'm starting with my brows already done, of course. So first I'll be using my Nivea for Men Sensitive Post Shave Balm. I know some people are probably confused because it's a men's product, but it's supposed to be a really good primer. And after trying it out, I actually really like it. And the smell isn't too manly. I actually really like the smell. So next I'm moving on to my NYX Eyeshadow Base and Skin Tone. And like usual, I will be putting that all over my lids so we can get started on the eyeshadow. Sorry, I was talking to my friend Megan on the phone. That's why if you see my mouth move. And then I am setting that base, as always, is a necessary step. You can just use translucent powder or a flesh tone color eyeshadow. So next I'm going to my MAC palette and I'm using the color Soft Brown. I haven't used this color in so long. It's not crazy, like it's pigmented, but the color isn't super intense on my eyes. It's a nice transition base to use for the colors we're going to use in a second. Just gives me a little bit of color, as you can see. This is a really pretty shade. So next I'm using my MAC 224 brush just to blend it all out, just to make sure nothing is harsh. So next, using that same MAC palette, I am going to use the color Saddle. Um, It's a pretty medium tone brown color. Um, this is a great color for women of color. I've had this eyeshadow for years and I always use it. So I'm putting that right under where I put soft brown, not covering up too much of soft brown because you want that gradient effect. And then I'm using my 224 brush again to blend those two colors together seamlessly. So next I'm using that same MAC palette again and I'm going to use the color Embark. This is another really pretty color for MAC. It's deeper than Saddle, so it's just going to deepen up the look a little bit so we get some depth in the outer corners. So I'm putting that in the outer corner, dragging it into the crease. And I'm using a skinnier brush for this. And then using my 224 brush, I will be blending that out again. And then I'm using the color Carbon from that same palette, and I'm putting that in the even further in the outer crease. With this color, I'm not going to drag it all the way into the crease. I'm just going to keep it in the outer and bring it in just a little bit. I don't want this look to be too dark, but I still want it to be, dark enough for a nighttime look. Doing the same thing to the other eye. And then using a skinnier brush allows you to place the product directly where you want it to be. Sometimes if you use a fluffier brush for colors like black, it can get all over the place and it can get messy really, really quick. So I'm using my 224 brush to blend this out again. So next I am using Blank Type or Blanc Type, however you want to say it. It's just like a beige or cream colored eyeshadow, and I'm putting it on my lid. I decided to stay away from any shimmer today. I really like how it turned out. So next I'm using my NYX liquid liner, and I'm making a pretty thin line, well, winged line. I don't want it to be too dramatic because I don't want it to cover up any of the eyeshadow. I want most of the focus to be on the lips today. So I start with making the wing, and I balance my pinky on my cheek so it gives me that support, because I know with this liner it can be difficult, but the pinky really does help. It helps to make sure your hand isn't too shaky. And then doing the same to the other eye. And the thing with liner is my eyes are completely two different shapes, so they'll never really be the exact same, so I wouldn't stress over it. So next I'm using my L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara in Carbon Black, and I'm just coating a little bit of mascara on my lashes to get ready for the falsies. And then next I'm using my Lena lashes in the style Naomi, and I love these so much. I love how spaced out they are. And while the glue is getting tacky on those, I'm going to um, work on my face. I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit. I'm using that orange shade just to cover up some of my hyperpigmentation marks. And I usually always do this step. So next I'm using my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation in Coconut and Toffee Caramel. Like I said in my last video, Toffee Caramel is a little bit too light and Coconut has too many red undertones, so I mix them together to get to my shade. You know, it's hard in the drugstore because they never have my exact shade, but we make it work. So next I'm using an Eco Tools brush and I am packing that onto my face. I like to pack instead of buff because you get the most coverage by patting it in instead of swirling your brush around, especially since I am trying to cover any marks that I have. And you want to make sure you pull it down on your neck and into your hairline so it doesn't look like you're wearing a mask. So next I'm using my Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer in the color Tan. I didn't know how I felt about this concealer when I first got it. I wasn't like overly impressed. It was nice, but it's just like, okay. But I actually really like it and I love the color. It's really similar to MAC NC 42. If that's your color, I would definitely try this concealer out. It's really pigmented. It covers everything. I don't really have dark circles, but so that's not a problem for me, but I'm sure if you do, this would be really nice. So you just want to put under your eyes, on your forehead, down the bridge of your nose, on your chin, and on your cupid's bow. I would put it everywhere just to even out the highlight. Sometimes it looks crazy if you just put the highlight under your eyes and nowhere else. And then I'm using my beauty blender. Actually I'm using my Real Techniques sponge, which is basically a dupe for the beauty blender, and I'm blending that all out. I like to pull my concealer by my ears, pull it back, because I think it gives you that lifted look. It will make your face look wider if your face is already wide, or like you have a circular face, but I really like how it looks. So next I'm using my Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder, and I am going to bake. So I'm putting this anywhere that I put concealer. And for some people, I know this is intimidating because, like, oh, especially for women of color, it's like, oh, will this be too light? Will this give me flashback? Will this make me look, pasty? And it's like, no, this color actually adjusts to your skin really well. And then I'm using a very dirty brush, and I'm wiping all that powder away. So next I'm using my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark Deep. I've had this powder even before I was actually super into makeup. It's a really good powder to have because it's lightweight and it gives you a little bit of coverage but not too much, and it just really pulls the look all together. So next I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit, using the 3 shades at the bottom like always. And we are going to snatch those cheeks. If you can't figure out where your cheekbones are, I would make the kissy face. That's usually the easiest way to do it. After a while, you just figure out where they are. I'm also putting it on my forehead to bronze it up a little bit. And then using that same contour kit, I'm going to contour my nose. And when I contour my nose, I like to bring it into like where my eyebrows are, as you can see right here. It just makes it look a lot more natural. So next I'm using my NARS blush in Dolce Vita. I love this color, it's so pretty. And for highlight, I'm using my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal. If you don't have Opal, you can use like an Anastasia color, or the drugstore has some good options. And then next, I'm using my Pixie Glow Mist. I'm so low. I have to get some more. I love this product so much. As you can see, sometimes when it sprays you, it's a little like overpowering. So that's why I look crazy. So you let that dry. And then going back to that MAC palette, I am using Embark on my bottom lash line to smoke it out. Smoking out my bottom lash line is like a necessary step. I don't usually not do it. I mean, you don't have to, but it makes your eyes look really pretty and feminine. So I'm just lining the bottom, and then I am taking Saddle, and I'm going to blow that out. Using a pencil brush, I'm just going back and forth. And doing the same thing to the other eye. And then I'm taking my Maybelline gel liner, and I am lining the inner rim of my eye. I stopped using my pencil. I think it was a Maybelline pencil I was using, or L'Oreal. I stopped using it because I realized it would make my eyes water. I think I might have been allergic to it, so that stays all day. So next I am taking the shimmery color from that palette. I'll put the name in my blog, I forgot. And I'm putting that on my inner corners just to waken up my eyes a little bit, because when you use dark shadows, it can make your eyes look small. So, guys, the lip I was going to do was bomb, but it was a disaster. I don't know why it went wrong. I must have been tired. It was just really bad. So that's why I have the powdery looking lips right now, because I had to cover some of the color up with concealer. So I changed my mind, and I'm going to do a red glossy lip. So I used NYX lip liner in Hot Red, and then I used my Sephora cream lip stain in Always Red, and I put that on the Sephora cream lip stain is like a liquid lipstick basically, so it dries super matte, which I really like. And these liquid lipsticks are super affordable, so I would check them out. And then I'm just cleaning up the sides with some concealer because I can get kind of messy. Guys, I'm so sad about the lip. It just was really wet. Like, I just was like, no, this is not going to work. So maybe for my next video, I'll try and figure that out. It might have been the products I was using, but I really liked how this turned out. So next, I'm using my L'Oreal lip gloss in Ruby Opera. And I really like this for a red lip gloss. I've never really been into red lips in general, but lately I haven't even really been into the matte red lips. I like how the glossy looks. So this is the final look, ladies. I think it's a really pretty look for Valentine's Day. Most of the focus is all on the eyes. Enjoy your holidays, ladies, and once again, happy Valentine's Day. Bye!